BrickTrains, and I'm Joey, and today I'm going to do a Lego City update, my Lego City. So before we go over there and we look at the Lego City, and we're in the studio part where I normally film my YouTube videos, and I'm on the GoPro, so we can walk away. But before we start talking about the Lego City, my Lego City right now is in a state of, well, let's say flux. It is kind of all over the place. Over the years, we've had a traveling layout that me and my wife took to train shows. So a lot of our modular buildings and stuff were set up for that. We've recently switched. I've recently switched to the new the road plates. And I still do all my Lego in Mills plates. So everything's built up on a Mills plate. So what you're getting ready to see is a mess. We have a habit in this house of, if it has a flat surface, things are going to get set on it. And unfortunately, the train layout is the same way. Now, we have a 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old grandson, and of course he wants to play with the trains all the time. So we definitely have to keep the track open. But I'm hoping with the challenge of doing some videos about the city that we'll get it cleaned off and get it more functioning. So let's get in there and take a look at what we got. So we're going to start here, and this is the corner garage, and we have basically we have all of the modular buildings right here in this corner. We kind of have a little inside corner. You can see where we're starting to use the new road plates, and I'll discuss that, what I used to use and what I'm currently using. We have, as you can see, several of the modular buildings, and you know, I'll do videos specifically on it. I just kind of want to do an overview. So we're running wide radius track, 2 lines, as you can see. There's going over the bridge, and this is again the modular section of the layout. And as we come around, you can see we get into the back side of the modular buildings, and we have more of the modular buildings there. And then we go into Heather's paradisa. This is Heather's section. She's working on this. So these are all the paradisa sets. Some of it's just the sets, and some of it's modified sets. Some of it's mock. So if you recognize your favorite paradisa set and you see that it's been changed up a little bit, we have a little shower scene there in the back. All right, and then, you know, of course we have well, this isn't really a beach. There's a beach. I guess there's a beach. This is the water. There's the island, the Paradisa Island. We have some swimmers and boats, and we have an old style wooden bridge here. Also got a little fisherman, and then that moves us into the western scene. So we're going to move around to the other side and come around the other way, because I kind of have a spot here where I can't go any further. Actually, what we have is one of the stools that our grandson uses to be able to get up and reach the layout. So let me go around the other way. All right, here we are around the other side of the stool, and we're moving into the western section. Now this back here, we used to have a saloon, and we'll see the back side of the saloon here in a little bit when I go to the middle of the train layout. The saloon has seen better days. The roof is completely missing, and some of the walls are blown out. What's happened is we're making a bigger version of the saloon, and that's as far as I've gotten. And again, as you can see, there's just things everywhere, and I'm hoping that as we go, we'll get all this cleaned up. Here's a little corral. We have a Wells Fargo building back here. If you know anything about some of the older Western sets, there's a Wells Fargo sticker. And yes, Earl and Jabbo, that is a reproduction sticker. So is that one and that one. But they're on my mocks, so I guess it's okay. Here's the little Western train station. We have, I think I said the corral. We got some cowboys here. We have an old style fire station. And then we're going to move in. And this tree. Oh man, this is tree. This is supposed to be like Boot Hill. And as you can see, this is all a mess. This was part of a church. And that's all a mess right now. In fact, most of it's missing. As we come along, you can see more in this corner. There's just piles of parts. These are parts that are these are mostly plates. Here's a piece of a tree. That tree. It's just piles of parts that, you know, have either come out of something on the layout or, you know, plan to go into the layout. Here's a bag of these yellow tiles that look like wooden planks. I've used them sparingly. Here's some more in that nougat color. All right, so as we go along, here's a train that obviously my grandson we were playing with one day. It's a train full of spacemen. And then this, I was actually looking to see if I could create a pattern with those boxes. I gave up on it. I didn't like it. More parts, bags of parts, more parts. There's my train shed. There's the start of a pickle car. If you know what a pickle car is, put it in the comments. It really was a prototypical car. We have another one. If you look over there, there's actually a pickle car that I've created. It's in that over there somewhere. We'll go over that. That's the shelf with all the trains on it. So now we're going to start. Here's the back side of these cars. Here are my Santa Fe Super Chief cars. So they're just regular passenger, streamlined passenger cars. And here we are again, another corner. All right, with piles of stuff. Little bucket of extra parts. What is that, monorail track? Just monorail track just laying around? Yep, there we go. Here's my Super Chief. There's the pole that holds up the whole basement. And there's my Super Chief. We have an ABA construct. All right. And these are all power function. This has been converted to power function. The B unit has all the power in it. And if you look very closely, it does have metal wheels and it will run on 9-volt. Quick little pop around and we're into 9-volt. And then this is one of my steam trains. This is a which one is this? This is not the Jupiter, the Leviathan. I don't know, I have two, the Jupiter and the Leviathan. And then some Denver and Rio Grande Western style coaches. And here we are crossing the bridge. And we have a little light span. And now we're back to the modular buildings. So let's go in. So here's the deal. We have these. Anybody remember seeing these at Toys R Us? Yep, when Toys R Us closed, these banners were on eBay all the time, and I bought a bunch of them. I have a bunch of them. So let's this is how you get in. For my grandson, it's easy. For me, it's not so much, but it's pretty tall, so we're gonna crawl in. So we made it inside. So here we are. There's the bridge we just crawled under, and yeah, we're in the middle of the layout. So let's turn around here and see. I bet that was fun. Here is a police and fire station mock that I had made a few years ago. And there's a stormtrooper in the middle of it. So that has gotten completely demolished. It's gone. It didn't fall, but I I started stealing parts out of it. This is a mock of an L&N depot. There was a train depot in the town I grew up in, Evansville, Indiana, and this is what that looked like. I tried to make it as close to scale with the modulars as I could. It's probably not quite the right scale, but I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty big. The plan is this section is going to be more mock buildings. I have another historic building that I want to do, and it'll be right here in this corner. And then as we run around, here's the back side of the western. All those buildings are open to the back. So we'll do updates about all those. This is just a general overview. Here is, well, here's the Batmobile. Let's get it out of the way. I wonder who's been playing with the Batmobile. Here's our Lego store. Heather wanted a Lego store, and apparently we have a helicopter. Let's set that down there. So here's our Lego store. This is one of the Lego store kits, and we turned it into a 2-story modular footprint. So that would actually be half. So there'd be like 16 by 32 modular building there, and then beside it, I'm building a nondescript brick building. It's going to have some awnings different from this, but kind of in the same vein. And then we have these 2 characters here. So I have an affinity for some Sherlock Holmes books, so maybe you can tell me in the comments what this might be, what we're planning here. Again, these colors and stuff are not everything's exactly where it is. Those windows I'm not happy with at all. So, and we're gonna keep moving. Here's the new police station, the diner. We get to the bank. We have the well, let's see, that's the firehouse, and then that's the town hall, right? Town hall. And then, hey, there's that red vintage car, and there's the blue one. So, and the surfboards are up here. They do not stick to the car. They do not stay on the car. That's a quick overview. This is probably a pretty quick video. I want to go into detail about all these things in time, and hopefully over the progress we will see this mess cleaned up, and we will yeah, we'll see some trains running. We'll talk about these road plates. We'll talk about Mills plates. I got lots of ideas on what I want to talk about. I just gotta get my mind into thinking about doing this. This is one of those deals where I kind of got into doing the studio sets, the show and tells, and to be perfectly honest, I got burnt out on it because it became a lot of work. I still want to do those. I don't really like doing reviews, but I do like doing show and tells. There's a difference, in my opinion. A review, I'm passing judgment. I'm giving an opinion. I'm maybe giving details and stuff. Whereas a show and tell is more just really all it is just my opinion as far as how I like the set. I guess that's really the same thing as a review, isn't it? I don't know. In my head, it seems different. So, okay, I'm rambling again. This is the thing. This is the layout. So we can get an overhead view without getting too crazy here. Here we go. I also got a 360 cam I could probably do. We also have a GoPro train cam. We'll get that on the track too. Tell me in the comments, what do you think? What do you want to see? Tell me how big a mess it is, and probably some of the stuff around. Oh, just so you kind of get a reference. Let's see. I'm gonna spin this around because I know I'm on a spinning stool just in case. Let's see, where are we? That is the studio behind us, behind me there. And this is the infamous stock room A, right, from our BrickLink store. So that white table back here with all the tubs and things on it. Yep, that's where we part out parts, and that's where Heather works to get all the orders together and stuff. So that's the stock room. And then if you keep going over there, there's the room to the door where the actual store is. So that's where you are in our basement. Okay, I think that's enough. This is our layout, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more of it. Thanks for watching. So that was my Lego City. It's a collaborative effort. Me and Heather work on it together. Dakota plays with it, my grandson. Tell me what your favorite modular building is in the comments. And if you know my favorite modular building, put it in the comments, and the person with the correct answer, I'll pin it to the top.